Well, coming up on November 3rd is going to be the Festival of Lights that is being put on by the India Club here in Laguna Woods Village, and it's always a pleasure to have guests from that club on. And today, well, we have someone who's been on before. That's Archana Dongre. Good to see you again.
Hello again.
Way over there. Good to see you.
Well, they put me here.
Yes, oh, I saw her out there.
Okay.
And then I'd like to welcome Krishna Murti. And this is your first time on,
yes,
right?
It is my first time. I'm so excited.
And I just, whenever these ladies come on from the India Club, you can expect just colorful and beautiful dress. It's great. You liven up the place. So, you know, I mentioned this Festival of Lights coming up. And what I want to find out, I'll ask you first, you know, I'm reading here, and I know I've heard about this before, but what is Diwali?
Well, Diwali, that's the most celebrated festival of India. Mm-hmm. And the origin of Diwali, it can be traced back to like many legends from many years back. But what we celebrate is the victory of victory of light over bad things, like evil things.
All right.
And that's kind of message you will agree that resonates with people all across the world.
Yeah, it does.
And we're also celebrating the triumph of knowledge over ignorance. Mm-hmm. And that's where the lamp comes in, because the light is always a symbol of knowledge and consciousness, and it dispels darkness. So, and darkness is the symbol for ignorance.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in India, they always have rows of lights in front of people's homes, and it looks so beautiful. And there's a Sanskrit word for that row, and that is Deepavali. That means a row of lights. And that's how the festival got its name.
Now, are that row of lights, they just put out for the festival time, or is it just all the time?
About 10 days around the festival time, and they're in clay pots, you know.
And how is it celebrated in India? Is it a several-day celebration or a one-day?
Normally, it's like about 5 days of celebration, but then the festivities start like a month back, and the family gets together, decides what to do. You go to the market and you buy all kinds of new clothes and jewelry, and, you know, especially firecrackers.
Yeah.
You know, because in USA, we go to a central point to watch all the display. But in India, each one has their own little stash in their homes.
Yeah.
So when it is sunset, then we burn those firecrackers at home.
Now, there's one thing I've learned from you folks over the years. When it comes to your celebrations, it's never just one day. It's always several days,
That's right? Especially with Diwali.
Yeah.
Especially with Diwali. And then, you know, there's so many things after you buy, and then the fireworks, and then there's puja. We have a worship in the morning, and evening times we're exchanging gifts and taking walks to see the best row of lights and things like that.
Oh, how neat.
Yeah, and this is the time actually we teach our children what is right, how to get rid of all the, you know, hatred, jealousy in you and things like that. Show them a path which they can walk for, you know, their lives.
Here in the village, how is it going to be celebrated? And is it, are you going to be having people put out lights? Or I know you're having the Festival of Lights, which is going to be at Clubhouse 5, but are you going to be doing more things around that as well?
Well, yeah, we have a good outline of that, and we are welcoming everybody, Laguna Club residents, India Club members, people from outside. They are all heartily welcomed. And I'll give you a brief outline of that so they will know what to expect.
Okay.
The event will be from 4 o'clock in the afternoon until 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And it is jam-packed with a lot of exciting things.
Right, right.
And here I'll just, here's the outline. The event will commence at 4 p.m. With a social hour of cocktails and wine, beer, etc. at a no-host bar. They can also get henna painting done and shop at a mini bazaar there for jewelry and trinkets and bangles and what clothing, etc. And at 5 o'clock, everybody will go inside the auditorium. They will welcome you warmly with lights in the auditorium, and we will serve you special Diwali snacks and sweets. And then the extravaganza starts on the television, on the stage there in the Clubhouse 5. And the star attraction is a classical dancer named Vinayini. She's a young classical dancer, highly trained, and she is going to present 2 items, one Kuchipudi and one Kathak. And Kathak and Kuchipudi are classical dance idioms of India, which are highly stylized, and one has to receive tremendous training to be able to perform in that. And Vinayini, especially, she is trained by her mother, Dr. Sinduri, who is an internationally acclaimed dancer with over 2,500 performances all over the world, and many, many accolades and honors to her credit. So she is extremely well trained, and this is star attraction of the whole evening. And okay, it doesn't end there. After this is over, the classical dance, we are going to present another dance genre, which is ethnic folk dance of India. And the ethnic folk dances, they will be representing many different states of India.
Okay.
Like Maharashtra, Bengal, Punjab,
yeah, I've heard about
South
that before
India.
when you've been on.
And
yeah.
It's a different flavor altogether. Classical dance is highly stylized like ballet, and it has its own discipline.
Okay.
And it is extremely beautiful to look at. When you talk about ethnic dance, it is robust, it's charming, and it has its own boldness and a original charm, particularly from that state's culture. So we have 18 dancers lined up to perform different folk dances.
I understand we only have a couple minutes left, that this is celebrated, it has been celebrated in the White House as well?
Absolutely. It started back in Bill Clinton's era. The first Diwali celebration was in Bill Clinton's office, and that was in the year 2000.
Okay.
And then it was first just a message. Then in 2003, George Bush celebrated it. And from 2009, since Obama celebrated that, there has been Diwali in White House. The celebration goes every year.
Wow.
Last November, Trump had it done so beautifully.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And so we got about a minute left. You wanted to make a couple final remarks
well,
here.
yeah, I have some exciting news. You know, the mayor of Laguna Woods, Mrs. Cynthia Connors,
yes.
and her husband, Mr. Jim Connors, they're both coming to the
okay.
event, and we're very excited about that. And there's just one last thing I want to share is this quote from Martin Luther King Jr., which sums up Diwali. He says that darkness cannot be driven out by darkness, you know.
Yeah.
And hatred cannot be driven out by hatred. We need love. So that's the message of Diwali. And I'm welcoming all of you to Diwali and hope to see you all there on November 3rd.
Thank you. We are all preparing hard for that right now.
Sounds good. Thank you, ladies, for coming on today. I really appreciate it.
All right.
And folks, we're out of time, so we will see you all tomorrow. You take care.